100 metres in front of them, and away they go. St. Peter's Bay gave away 5 length start. Right there, Baltic Amber, the first line. Baltic Amber's an early leader. Mr. Roy is looking to press into a prominent position early on. Then comes Ariana's Shadow. They're racing in tight quarters. Campharatus, Halo's right there. Truly Wickets between them. Achilles is looking to settle to the rail, the white blinkers. Tribal Fusion, one out and back. Then a Muadiente, and they're racing about 8-9 lengths off the leaders. King's Story dropping back through the field. Mr. Roy past the 800 and Baltic Amber. These are the two disputing the lead up front. They're going a half a length clear. Ariana's Shadows further back in the running. Got about 3.5 lengths to make up. Truly Wickets towards the outside. Campharatus, Tribal Fusion, Green Sleeves and Cap between runners, and Muadiente. Mr. Roy coming to the 300 metre marker, and Mr. Roy goes for home. Tribal Fusion, Campharatus. Achilles is running on. Halo towards the outside. Open at the 200 metre marker. Muadiente comes at Mr. Roy. Tribal Fusion's running on. Achilles is right up on the inside. Mr. Roy the last bit. Tribal Fusion. Achilles is getting going. Mr. Roy's just looking for the post, and Mr. Roy won it. Tribal Fusion in a photo with the Muadiente, and then came Achilles. Well, number 2, Mr. Roy and Jason Gates, they'll do it. They took on a lot stronger last time, and Mr. Roy, number 2, comes through to win. Tribal Fusion perhaps second. Muadiente third, and Achilles close up in fourth. Mr. Roy, a Western Winter from the Addison Wright camp. Jason Gates takes the weight off the back. Moved up down the centre of the course, started to drift towards the outside. Achilles the white blinkers, Tribal Fusion. Muadiente tries to get into it, but Mr. Roy, 7-time winner. Well done to Roy Mudley, the Lamascroll stud, and Jason Gates. I believe this could be the last day that he claims he's 4 kilograms. Last time he told me, I think he had 1 or 2 winners to go, so this could be the last time for Jason Gates, 4 kgs, but we will confirm that. Back to the studio.
Well, number 2, Mr. Roy, the beautiful looking son of Western Winter. If it was a catwalk, this horse will take the number 1 position, and Alison has mentioned it many times. She hasn't seen a better looking horse than him in her yard, and nice to see him win again. He hasn't won for a long time, Alison. What's it, over a year now, but you just mentioned off air that it looked the right type of field for him.
Yeah, he's been thereabouts. You know, we ran him in the Christmas handicap over 16. I think that's just a bit far for him. And yeah, I thought he won a really nice race today. Did it hard with that kid on the outside. I thought he was going to get tired, but he fought back and won a really nice race. Well done to Jason. He's been riding a lot of work and putting in the effort, and I'm pleased that he's riding the winners.
So Roy, for Roy Mudley, he had to be patient with this horse. I know he promised a lot early on in his career, but really nice to see him win again for the owner as well.
Yeah, I must just say thanks to Roy. You know, he's running all the feature races, and he's probably just over that now. You know, he's getting on in his years, but he's competitive at this level, and like you said, it was the right race. He claimed the 4 kgs, and Jason gave him a really nice ride. Just well done to Lamascroll stud, to Sally Bruss, who bred him, and to Hollywood, our sponsors. Thanks very much.
How's Mum doing on the other side of the Limpopo?
Yeah, these things in Zim have been pretty tough the last couple of weeks. So how they carry on, I don't know, and how they, you know, you don't even have an idea of how the finances and all that work. So I give my hat off to everybody there.
Well, give our best to Roy if you get to chat to him. Well done to yourself and your team.
Thanks, Dees.
Nice one, Alison Wright. Let's get this young man in, and let's firstly congratulate him on losing the first claim of your career. This is the first stop for an apprentice, losing the 4.5 kgs. And once you've come back, it's come quickly for you.
Yes, I think the academy helped me a lot, sir, because during my time off, sir, I learned so much. I carried on riding during the holidays and learned a lot in Joburg as well. So this horse has always been very close to my heart. He was my first winner in KZN, actually. As you say, he won quite a while ago. That was his last winner. And I'm so happy, sir, just to have ridden another winner on him again. Thank you to the academy for Mr. Woodley, the breeders, Mr. Wrighton for the help. Thank you to everyone.
You ride a lot of horses. Have you seen any horse more beautiful than this horse?
There's one or two that's closer, but he's definitely the closest to my heart, sir. Always been.
Okay, now talk us through it. How did things work out for you? You gave him a nice positive ride?
Yes, Kola was on my outside, sir, and we were cutting throats a little bit, but his horse was pulling a little bit. My horse wasn't really doing it too hard, and I knew he's not doing anything hard underneath me. Into the straight, so he quickened. Last time I ran third, so and he started going late. So I moved up a little bit earlier, and he finished off.
Well, whatever your diet is, physically and brain food that you're using, it seems to be working for you, Jason. And just keep up the good work, and long may it continue. All the success. You only claim 2.5 kgs now, so it gets a bit tougher. But I wish you all the best, young man, and well done on shedding your claim.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well done to Jason Gates, a pleasant young man, and Alison just walks past the camera. Thank you, Alison, for that as well. Number 2, Mr. Roy, has come through to win. So 2, 1, 4, and 10 is the way they cross the line here in race number 5. Up next, race number 6. I mentioned this because if you're a pick 3 player, it's our last pick 3 this afternoon. Races 6, 7, and 8.
Amber, these are the two disputing the lead up front. They're going a half a length clear. Ariana's Shadows further back in the running, got about 3.5 lengths to make up.
2 horses in the center of the track fighting it out. Secrets.